patented produce wash. Eat Cleaner is a tasteless, odorless, and lab-tested line of food wash and wipes that is up to 99.9% more effective than water in cleaning wax. The only natural, patented produce wash in a 14-day study, applying Eat Cleaner all-natural fruit vegetable wash to a variety of fruit and 100 pure guaranteed vegetables also prolong shelf life up to 5 times longer through a natural blend of fruit acids and antioxidants. This can help save your family on average of over $500 per year, reducing waste and making it easy to get your half plate of fruit and vegetables each day. Eat Cleaner offers a wide variety of solutions for food safety and shelf life extension for consumers, retailers, food service, and operators. USDA bio-based, OMRI listed for use on organic produce, non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, made in the USA, lab-proven, and patented. So if you want cleaner fruits and veggies, try Eat Cleaner. Check the link in the description section below.
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. #1 sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies and the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game, party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Peyton, New Orleans, who that nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is say Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
Who that to the black and gold family, man. Thursday edition of the Coma. We're in the building, man. Much love to the great Saint Think Tank chiming in with you guys. Appreciate you guys being in the building for another fantastic episode of the great Saint Think Tank, also known as the Sports Coma. Much love to the family members. Appreciate y'all being here. I'm going to try not to hold y'all too long tonight. Big ups to the fam. I appreciate y'all so much for joining us on this Thursday edition of the Coma. This one is called TSC, When to Expect the Possible Extension for Marcus Williams and Ryan Ramczyk. We'll be covering that today on this episode of the Coma. So please feel free, family, to strike upon the like button. Hit the like button, hit the like button. And if you're not a subscriber, please feel free to hit the subscribe button and welcome into the stream. And like I've been saying for so long, man, welcome, welcome, welcome. You're now rocking with the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys, where we have intense, entertaining, educating, and enlightening sport talk from your favorite sports family. I'm Big Q chiming in on this one, and you're the great Saint Think Tank. The best of the Who Dat Nation is in the building. Much love to the family members. I appreciate y'all being in here. Much love to you guys, and thank you, thank you, thank you. So with that being said, please, like I said, hit upon the like button as we get into our salutations. All right, Trey Joseph, what's up, fam? First in the building, big ups to Trey Joseph. Much love to you, fam. We're having a bit of frame issues right now, but it should work itself out, family. Should be all right. Okay, it just clicked in and says, okay, it's fine. All right, so it should iron itself out. All right, big ups to you, Trey Joseph. Who that to you, fam? Torrey Shepard Sr., who that to you, brother? Torrey Pickett and Flickett, who that to you? Jerry Paul, what's up, brother Jerry? Who that to you, fam? Muse, what's up, Muse, baby? Who that to you? Brother Jerry says, okay, doing multitasking, all right. All right, what's up, Ja? Who that to you, fam? Much love to you as well. All right. Tell brother TJ I said what's happening with you. Who that to my brother TJ? What's happening? All right. Marco, who that to you, fam? Marco Watson in the building. What's up, Marco? Who that to you, fam? Slade Smith, who that to you? Slade, who that to you, fam? Gabriel Thomas, who that to you, Gabriel? Good to see you in the chat as well. What's up, Claude? Who that to you, fam? Much love to you, fam. Appreciate you being here. Oh, Cooler. Oh, Cooler's in the building. What's up, fam? Who that to you as well? Much love, fam. Slade said I'm enjoying playing this to the max around all the Yeah, man, Cowboy Nation, man. They feeling pretty good right now. What's up, Josh? Who that to you, fam? Good to see you in the chat. Who that to you, brother Derek? What's up, brother Derek? Good to see you in the chat as well, my fam. Who that to you? What's up, Cheryl, baby? Who that to you? Good to see you in the chat, Cheryl. Hope everything all right. Who that to you? What's up, brother Matthew? Who that to you, fam? Good to see brother Matthew Pollard in the building as well. Good to see you. All right. What's happening, Elisa? Who that to you, baby? Much love to Elisa being in the building as well. Much love. Appreciate you stopping by as well. Much love to you. And who that to you and the entire Great Say Think Tank, the Black and Gold Nation. If you didn't hear your name, please feel free to give me a who that, and I'll give you a who that back, baby. You know what I'm saying? Big ups to the fam. So, family, this one is aptly entitled When to Expect Possible Extensions from Marcus Williams and Ryan Ramczyk, which is probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest, question that a lot of the Great Saint Think Tank and the Black and Gold Nation are contemplating. When the hell are these extensions is going to get on? And of course, Mickey Loomis comes in and says, I don't know. You know, and then before he starts, you got to wind up first. You know, you got to start the car. You start the car, and it's an old car. You go, that's how I mean. Sean, that's Sean. But Mickey Loomis, he's making a decision. You know, he ain't in a real hurry, but I think it ultimately gets done. Probably, you know, it has to get done before training camp, right? They're not gonna play for free. You own the rights to them, but they're not gonna play for free, Mickey. So I'm thinking it's gonna probably happen real soon because they don't have enough money. They need at least over $2 million to sign all of their draft picks, and they're not gonna be able to sign them unless they open up some of that revenue, whether through extensions or from another round of releasings. That could happen. Is also a possibility, a slight one in my opinion, but very well it could happen. So we'll go over that today, family, as well. And we'll also cover the Saints preseason. The rest of the preseason was released, the schedule for that. And also we'll cover an article from Saints Wire entitled, Did the Saints Make the Right Call in Keeping Marcus Williams over Janoris Jenkins? How about that one? That is a great question. And we'll cover an article from Saints Newswire covering that. A very good article, by the way. Pretty good articles today. Two of these articles are really good articles today. What's up, Revolt? Revolt says, Q, you know it's past my bedtime. Yeah, bro, today was a bit, it was a long day for me, but I didn't want to not holler at the Great Saint Think Tank. But like I said, I'm going to keep it around an hour, so I'm not going to hold you guys very long. You know, I usually do long shows on Fridays when we have the Thank God It's Friday, or TGIF Friday shows, Saints Talk shows, when we open up the lines for communication for the Great Saint Think Tank to chime in and get their speech on, you know, speak your speech type of thing. So big ups to the family, man. What's up, Rudy? Who that to your fam? Thank you, Revolt. Who that to your brother? Good to see you out there. What's up, Doug? Who that to your fam? What's up, Rudy? Who that to you? Appreciate you being in the building as well. All right, Troy. What's up, Troy Thompson? Who that to you, brother? Troy, good to see you in the chat as well. What's up, Truth Hurts? Who that to you, fam? What's going on, fam? Good to see you in the chat as well. Big ups to you. What's up, Natasha, baby? How you doing? Much love. Yes, indeed. Had a good day. Hope you had a splendid and excellent day as well. Appreciate you asking. Much love to. What's up, Mocha? Big ups to Mocha is in the building as well. Much love and good to see you in the chat. Mocha, big ups to you, fam. All right. So with that being said, fam, we're going to jump right into this thing, man. Please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, strike upon the subscribe button. Hit the bell, too, for future shows and content, as well as we get percolating in this one. We're going to get it going, baby. We're going to get it going. All right, so we're going to start off here When to expect a possible extension for Marcus Williams and Ramczyk? Could it be soon? Let's hope so. By Chris Donalds. Now, before we get into the article, that's what I'm saying. There, it got to be a camp, and they got to have them done by camp so the rookies could be in there. So, they need $2 million. The Saints have roughly about 600 G's, I won't say. And those numbers are placed between NFL Players Association as well as Sport Track over the cap, or several resources I like to kind of name for family members do their own research as well. But it's about roughly 600 grand is what we're looking at. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's basically doing. So anyway, let's get into this article right here. And when could we expect these to happen? New Orleans Saints are currently broke. The Saints are broke. Don't you believe it? Well, salary cap wise, I guess he would be accurate, right? All right, what's up, Demi? Who that to you, Demi? And Lori, who that to the ladies in the building? Much love to all of the Sports Coma ladies, man. Much love to all you guys. Appreciate you being here. Big ups to the ladies. All right, let's get into it. They reportedly have less than $350,000 of cap space in 2020, despite the fact they will need $2.5 million just to sign the rookie class. The Saints don't really have many options left for restructures to free up necessary cap space, leaving only 3 options. Number 1, releasing a player. Number 2, trading a player or players. And number 3, extend players. Setting aside scenarios 1 and 2 for now, considering how many holes are left remaining on the team and how obvious the third scenario is, let's look at simple extensions. All right. An extension to a player like Marcus Williams, who's on that tag, that $2.3 million tag. Playing on a 1-year franchise tag of the 2021 cap hit north of $10.5 million would be more than enough alone to allow the Saints to sign their draft class and add another free agent or 2 in offseason. In theory, there isn't any technical deadline for rookies to sign with the team that drafted them. Technically, a rookie could refuse to sign a contract altogether and re-enter the draft pool the following year. If the Saints want the rookies to participate in training camp, their 21 draft class will need to be under contract by the time camp starts in August. That means the Saints will likely need to pull the trigger on an extension and one of its extension candidates by the end of July in order to, at minimum, sign their draft class. So that's obvious, right? Okay, let's start off with this one. Marcus Williams presents other problems. His franchise tag only allows for an extension that would be worked out with the team on or before July the 15th, considering the hard deadline of July the 15th. Working out extension in the next couple of weeks with Marcus makes the most sense for both sides, and it's probably safer to assume Marcus Williams' extension pre-July the 15th is what helps free up the draft class money needed by the end of July. But if an extension comes in for a player like Marcus Williams, when might we see an extension for players like Ramczyk or Lattimore? Looking at recent history, the Saints have a track record of working out extensions right up to the start of the season. In 2019, Mike Thomas, the Saints announced their 5-year extension on July the 31st. Alvin Kamara and the Saints finalized their 5-year extension on September the 12th in 2020. 4 days later, the day after the NFL season kicked off for the Saints, Demario Davis also signed and agreed to a 3-year extension on September the 16th. Because an extension for someone like Williams alone would free up enough cap space for all the Saints' pressing needs in 2021. There wouldn't be pressure for any immediate extensions. If I had to guess, I would say it would be later in the summer, maybe even into September, before we could see another extension for a player like Ramczyk, assuming Marcus Williams is extended before his July the 15th deadline, which is a great point on the Marcus Williams statement. That was a great point, talking about that franchise that tag deadline of July the 15th, which, is interesting because they could definitely work something out. What 10 point? He says 10.5. Some people say 10.3 in that neighborhood. So that would definitely, and usually if Mickey signs the contract and extends Marcus Williams, what that pretty much does is it would free up the capital so they can be able to sign that draft class. And would it be enough capital to be able to bring in somebody like a Richard Sherman or somebody else? I mean, I think they'll bring in veterans. I just don't know if they'll bring in any starter level veterans. You see what I'm saying? Anybody that'll come in and compete. The way they're moving, it just got to feel like they're not in a hurry to do anything. Like you see what Kansas City did when they were making moves, reshaping their offensive line. They made a trade with the Vikings to get Hughes, the cornerback there. They freeing up, they're moving money. And this is a team that was in the Super Bowl in back-to-back years, won one, lost one. So they having a certain urgency or a pace to their movement. Not so much with the Saints. The Saints are pretty smooth sailing into this entire free agency period was just one long smooth sail. Even the draft to a degree where the Saints tried to make boisterous moves and move up inside the top 10 to make plays. Nothing worked out for them, and they just smooth sailed into the draft and did what they got to do. Smooth sailed into the undrafted market, smooth sailed into everything else. And that's been smooth sailing for the Saints this offseason. No real urgency in the Saints' moments and their movements and trying to free up cap or working on the extensions of, if Lattimore, but it definitely Ramczyk. Why wait? Get this stuff done and out of the way. But they've been really smooth sailing with no sense of urgency. Even you can listen to the tone of Mickey when I played that interview when they were at the golf event they had going on a week or so ago. His whole tone was very laid back, so there was no sense of urgency from the Saints to get these deals working. But of course, this is a great point by Dunnels to keep out for Marcus Williams' extension coming up because of the deadline of the tag needing to be done by a certain period of time. So that's a great point. That could be what's coming next, but we'll see how. We'll just have to keep monitoring it. But like he says in the back end of the article, his opinion is because of the extension for someone like Williams, along with free up enough cap space for all Saints pressing needs in 2021, there wouldn't be pressure for any immediate extensions. If I had to guess, I would have to say later in the summer, maybe even into September. And he gave good points on what happened with Alvin Kamara, Demario Davis, Mike Thomas, so on and so forth. We shall see. We shall see indeed. But this money needs to be free up. Very, very, very smooth cruising pace by the Saints when I see some of the more contender, more other teams, the AFC, NFC teams have a more feverish pace to what they're doing as opposed to the Saints' very smooth sailboat approach to to this season. I was like, okay, I'm watching Arizona. Whoa, look at Arizona. Look what, Kansas City, they tore up their whole offensive line. Oh, look what San Francisco's doing. Oh, hell, what's the, you can't help but to see what your rivals are doing because you have to keep an eye, at least a part of your eye, on your adversaries to see what they're building so that you know what you need to be doing. But no real sense of urgency in the building for the black and gold. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that's a good approach? You guys are feeling good about that? Y'all let me know in the chat. All right, let's move on to the next article right here. New Orleans Saints 2021 preseason schedule presented by SeatGeek. Announced the Saints preseason opens up on the road against the Ravens, host the Jags, and then the Cardinals. And this was released from the New Orleans Saints website. You see his cam right there trying to get his pressure on. Saints have announced 21 preseason schedule presented by SeatGeek with New Orleans with the NFL's new 17 regular season game. The 3 preseason contest format. The Saints will open up the 2021 preseason slate on the road, followed by the final 2 contests to be played at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. 2 opponents reside in the AFC and 1 in NFC. To start the 21 preseason slate, the Saints will play the Baltimore Ravens on Saturday, August the 24th, M&T Bank Stadium. Kickoff is 6 p.m. Central Time. Saints have lost all 5 preseason matchups to the Ravens, but have a 2-5 record against Baltimore in the regular season. The most recent was a 24-23 win at Baltimore on October 21st, 2018, where former QB Drew Brees threw for his 500th career touchdown pass. In preseason week 2, the Saints will host the Jacksonville Jaguars on Monday, August the 23rd at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in a nationally televised contest at 7 p.m. Central Time. Preseason record is tied 1-1, and New Orleans leading the regular season matchup 5-2. Their most recent meeting was a 13-6 win at Jacksonville, October the 3rd, 2019, and the Saints will close out the preseason at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome against the Arizona Cardinals. Saturday, August the 28th at 7 p.m. prior to the final cut down to 53-man rosters on the following Tuesday, August the 31st. It will be the 5th consecutive time in 2020 preseason was canceled due to the C-19 pandemic. that the teams have closed out their preseason at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The Saints are 5-1 mark against the Cardinals in the preseason and 15-15 in the regular season, and have captured the only playoff meeting between the clubs in the 2009 preseason when we tore them up. Baltimore and Arizona games will be broadcast regionally on Gray Communication regional network of stations available in New Orleans area on Fox 8 WVUE. The games can be heard on Saints Radio Network WWL. So on and so forth. More information, you can, of course, look at the Saints website to get all the rest of the information where you can view the games. But, you know, you see the preseason games. The first matchup is against Baltimore. We get this ball started. You know, it'll be interesting to see that going on as well. So there you go. And, of course, let's move on to our next article, which is, did the Saints make the right call in keeping Marcus Williams over Janoris Jenkins? You know, this it sounds like a dumbass question, right? Well, let's get into it. A tough salary cap situation for the Saints made for tough cap cuts, but one decision the team made in the secondary stands out. The Saints released veteran cornerback Janoris Jenkins, their most consistent player at the position, which freed up $7 million against the cap, and they put their money towards issuing a $2.6 million franchise tag to Marcus Williams, locking down one of the most experienced free safeties on the market. Doesn't he make him sound like he know what he's doing? Experienced. But was that the right call? Let's dig in. Jenkins is 32, arrived in New Orleans late in 2019 season, made an instant impact on the back end and across from Marshawn Lattimore. For the first time, Keenan Lewis and Jabari Greer played together in 2013. The Saints had a cornerbacks tandem that they could trust. While Jenkins missed a few games with injuries in 2020, he still racked up 14 pass deflections and 15 regular season games with the black and gold. Williams, who's 24, had started 67 games for the Saints dating back to his rookie year, including 7 playoff games. In that span, he's amassed 30 pass deflections, 13 interceptions, 33 and 14 if you add postseason starts, while growing into a more well-rounded player in run support and making open field tackles. There aren't many safeties with the combination of starter experience and top-shelf athleticism. So, I mean, this guy is really beefing Marcus Williams up, or either he don't watch enough Marcus Williams to understand. You talk about top shelf partner. Listen, let me tell you something. Let me just stop you right here. And I don't know if you're kissing up or I don't know. But I've watched a lot of them. I've been watching Marcus Williams since he got here. I studied his film when he was in college. Marcus Williams really is supposed to be a Pro Bowler. He really is. He's supposed to be playing at a Pro Bowl level. The last couple of years, he's been dealing with injuries and inconsistency. Last year's tape, you put it on before the Saints secondary started gelling when Malcolm Jenkins was forced to come down and cover the tight end. We basically had Marcus Williams up there playing that safety role, and he was getting smoked. He was getting cooked, and I was very concerned because Marcus Williams, that is 4 years that he's been in the Saints' same secondary system for 4 years. And I wasn't seeing the type of, instinctive moves from a 4-year safety with that amount of consistency. When you had it's the same damn thing for the entire, it's just summation of time he's been here, the same coaches, everything. I was expecting him to really blossom into a top level safety. But what I'm going to tell you, what I seen from Marcus Williams was whiffery. Poor angles that he took, a lot of whiffing. He did put some smack down on Kelvin Ridley and a few other things. Thank you, Demi. Appreciate you, baby. Says, please don't forget to hit the like button, family. May God continue to bless our fam. Thank you, Demi. Much love to you. Thank you for your super chat, my baby. Who that to you? Thank you. And that's what I recognize. And like I said, he should be playing on the Pro Bowl level. I really hope that Coach Richard can get that out of him, because it was very concerning to put the tape on and see him struggle. And he really didn't turn it around until Malcolm Jenkins was shifted back into the secondary again and not covering the tight end anymore. And that's when Quan Alexander came on the scene and made it easy for him. You have a too high safety look, and then he kind of got comfortable right there. But when he was forced to play around, boy, he didn't look like he knew what he was doing. I'm just gonna keep it real. For a guy that he's been starting since he got here. Just remember that. When the Saints drafted him with the 2nd round pick out of the University of Utah, he started every game except for the games he was hurt. He started every damn game. He got a lot of reps. So you could say he got experience. Yeah, he got plenty of experience. But the thing, 13 interceptions in 4 years, think about that. Break that down. How many interceptions is that per year? It sounds good when you put it together. It really do. It sounds good when you put it together. But if you break it down in 4 years, and compare it to other top level or top shelf safeties, it is not a big deal. And the truth is told, like I'm saying, Marcus Williams is a guy that, you know, I just he's on the cusp. I ain't gonna say even in on the cusp. I need to see what Coach Rashard's gonna do, because I see a lot of tape of Marcus Williams sometimes. He's not a good tackler. And I keep telling people, listen, you can't have a safety that can't tackle as a safety, your last line of defense. That's a foolish thing to do. If he has to be at least one of the top 5 tacklers or top 3 tacklers on your team, if you got a guy that's taking poor angles and he can't tackle or he whiffing at tackles, that's a major problem. You asking for it. So, I mean, I studied film. I look at the film. And like I said, it's a lot of plus things to Marcus Williams that he does. He had good size. He's a very, very nice person, but like I said, those things are glaring. The fact that he's a poor ass tackler, he takes poor pursuit angles. Sometimes he can get caught by the quarterback relatively easy. Those things have to be cleaned up. And for a guy that's coming into what is his, as many years as he's been in the same system, I want to see more out of Marcus Williams, for real. I really do. And when the free agency hit, I was like, you know what? Marcus Williams can go, man. We could find somebody. And there was a slew of really good safeties that would have fit well in the Saints defense. Jamal Johnson, bunch of them. They decided to take that 10-point, whatever it was, and say, no, we're going to get us to Marcus Williams and let Janoris vacate free agency. And he really didn't sign a big freaking deal with Tennessee. His deal wasn't all that big either. So cap costs or not, the Saints still don't have enough money to sign the free agent. So, I mean, it's just, I hope we don't ever do this anymore. Let's please not do this no more, Mickey Loomis. Let's please stop doing this. Can we not run up these high-ass tabs no more and then try to make it seem like it's cool that we doing it, then you got to tear down half your damn team to get underneath where you at because you're being irresponsible with the money? Could we be smarter than, make smart moves with the money and not run a massive hole just to build a team? Could we be smarter this next time around? I mean, please. But Marcus Williams, man, like I said, hopefully Coach Rashard can get that next level out of him, because he really supposed to be a pro. He's supposed to be playing at a Pro Bowl level with the amount of games. This man started in 67 games. Could we understand that? He's been with the Saints for 4 years. He started 67 games, man. 67 damn games, man. 67 games and got only 13 interceptions in 67 games. So people get all excited about 13 interceptions. Compare that versus the amount of games that he played. Watch the film and see how porous tackling he doing. He has some positive things, but the things you need a thumping safety to play, like a Marcus Williams, man, he got to improve. He has to improve, man. For the Saints defense to take the next step, especially on the back end, Marcus Williams must improve. He must improve. And hopefully, I really think Marcus Williams does improve with Coach Rashard stepping in there. And I know he's going to get there, because I think Rashard's a better coach. No disrespect to Aaron Glenn, but I think he's a better secondary coach, more accomplished anyway than what Aaron Glenn is. So I know he'll get the most out of Marcus Williams. We'll see how it looks. But Williams does have a history of negative plays. We don't need to dwell on the end of his rookie year. But it's worth noting that it was far from the last tackle he's missed. The Saints chose to retain him on the franchise tag with the thinking he's an ascending player with more room to improve. And given his age and career arc so far, that feels like the right diagnosis, especially compared to Jenkins' outlook as a cover man on the wrong side of 30. In a perfect world, the Saints would have held on to both players. That just wasn't realistic with the salary cap nosediving this year, with the Williams trending up and Jenkins likely trending down. It sure seems the Saints made the right pick here. Noel, if that was the case when the Saints fly off for a game against Jenkins and his new Titans teammates in the fall, that gives Janoris a great opportunity to show his old squad that he's got plenty left in the tank. In the meantime, New Orleans can work on a new deal with Williams until July the 15th. If the extension hasn't been signed by that deadline, he'll have to play out the 2021 season on the franchise tag of $10 million. So the question that is asked by the writer, this is a pretty good article, by the way, did the Saints make the right call in keeping Marcus Williams over Janoris Jenkins? Who that to you, Dr. Key? Good to see you in the chat. What's up, Kamarian? What's happening, fam? Carlton, big ups to you as well. Jasper, what's up, Jasper? Yeah, I know Jasper. He says that's a bad ratio. 67 games, 13 interceptions. That's why I be telling people, man. What's up, school? What it do, pimping? What it do? That's the thing, man. Thank you, Willie. What's up, Willie? Who that to you, fam? Good to see Willie. He said Marcus Williams is your okay. There you go. There Willie go. That's Marcus Williams is your Lamar Jackson Q. All right, I got you, Willie. Thank you for the super chat, bro. Let me ask the Great Saint Think Tank that question. Tragic, what's up, fam? Great Saint Think Tank. This question is for you. Did the Saints make the right call in keeping Marcus Williams over Janoris Jenkins? I want to hear from you guys. Put in the think what you think. Put in the Great Saint Think Tank your thoughts. Let me know how you feel about this. Now listen, Marcus Williams is definitely an ascending talent. He definitely is. He is definitely an ascending talent. But, 67 games, my goodness, man. That's why I was saying he should have. I mean, they had the same coaching staff. The consistency was the consistency was off the board. The Saints had a model of consistency in terms of the secondary coaches that were there for 4 years. Jenkins got there when Glenn was the secondary coach. He started, and he's had them for the last 4 seasons. What's interesting is the fact that I really think Marcus Williams might have staled on Aaron Glenn's system to a degree. I think Coach Rashard will definitely get the most out of Marcus Williams. Out of Marcus Williams. But the biggest thing that he'll have to work with is Williams is not a good tackler. And I was saying this for years until and kept saying it. And then Marcus Williams came out last year, or was it early this year or last year? I forget. I'll be doing this stuff for some time. Y'all let me know. And said, or was it last year? I think it was last year. Not this past year, but the year before. Came out and said that I need to work on being a better tackler. Remember that? Well, I mean, you put the tape on, it shows you that he takes bad pursuit angles. You put the tape on, it shows that he is indecisive of what type of tackles he's going to deliver to the people he's in front of. At times, he ducks his head down and blindly shoots himself at players without knowing what he's hitting at. That's unfundamentally sound and very poorish for a starting safety with 67 games of experience to be tackling like that. That is very concerning. So with the secondary coach gone, the new one in, can he clean up those things and help Marcus Williams become that dominating tackler that y'all would like to see? That's the question that I ask. Brian, what's up, Brian? Brian says no. Tyrone, what's up, Tyrone? Tyrone says yeah. All right. Cheryl says nah. That's the thing that we look at Marcus Williams. Like I said, my communication on Marcus Williams is that he has 67 games worth of NFL experience. He's been starting since he's been here. 13 interceptions in 67 games. That's not a lot of interceptions compared to the amount of times. He started 67 games, by the way. And I'm not going to bring to your mind the plays that he was involved in. Y'all all seen him from, But with that aside, he really has to really improve his tackling and develop a better football IQ on the field, knowing what he's looking at. Sometimes I was looking in his eyes, looked like he didn't know what he was looking at. And there was confusion there. And that's like, it makes no sense for him to be a steady player in the same system with that amount of games. It's not even close to sniffing a Pro Bowl. I think we'll see what Coach Rashard do. I have a lot of confidence in Coach Rashard. I've seen what he do with borderline undrafted guys, defensive backs. He made them pretty good starters or role players. So he'll have a lot to work with Marcus Williams, man. But you got to start off with that tackling. We got to get that together. Gabriel says no. A lot of people, that's what I'm saying about Marcus Williams. He rides right in a sore spot for the Who Dat Nation because he was involved in some really bad plays that soured your perspective of him. But with those plays aside, and just with the film and the tape I'm looking at on him, he has a lot of room to improve. But if he gets the tackling together and develops that that football IQ a little bit better, I think he'll be a very good player for us. We'll see how it all shakes. But the question is, did he make the right call? Did the Saints make the right call in getting Williams over Jenkins? Well, obviously the Saints want Williams on the team. Janoris, they felt like it's going to cost too much money. But I think this is the answer might be two-pronged because Marcus Williams, we'll see. I don't know. I think Jackrabbit was playing at a high level, and you could have got at least another 2 years of quality play out of the Jackrabbit. I mean, last year, Jackrabbit, how many interceptions did he have? Like 5 or 6 of them? What he had? 5 or 6 interceptions? I forget. But I knew he dropped 3 or 4 or 5 interceptions. Last year, he dropped 4 or 5 of them. And he caught 5 or 6 of them, I want to say. Y'all remind me in the chat. But it also is based on Paulson Adebo and how he steps up and plays. And can he help us forget Janoris Jenkins in that position? That's big shoes to fill to ask for a rookie to step into. But the Saints feel very comfortable in that. They really do. If they hadn't, then they would have been a little bit more aggressive to go out and get somebody to bring in here. They would have put these extensions together. They would have done some stuff. They wouldn't have to wait all the way to July the 15th for the tag day to run out to be making. You see what I'm saying? There is no need to wait on these players. It's not like you're not going to have them on the team. You committed Marcus Williams to this tag. You committed to Ramczyk. You're not going to let Ryan Ramczyk walk out the door. Then why wait? Why wait? Get the goddamn deals done. Free up the money. But they are they are a little too casual for me, man. For real. It's like, oh, we got this. Almost, I hate to say it, almost an air of overconfidence, perhaps. I mean, listen, man. It's really, really, really too cavalier, the movements right now. You know, even if you didn't want to be active in free agency, the money should still be there. It's not like you're going to trade Ramczyk or Lattimore. You got to sign these guys because they're future players. So get the deal done. Open up the damn money. Let's make some stuff happen here, man. Come on. They're a little too cavalier, man. It's troublesome, man. It's really starting to kind of pick at me. It's like, why are they so damn cavalier? If I understand we good and all that, but damn it, man, I'm taking a peek around our competition around NFC South, and it ain't like we don't have no holes of areas that we need to fill. We still need a few veterans that we can add on this team to kind of push these youngsters a bit. You know, so I mean, we gonna watch it, man. But my goodness, man, get the money done. And of course, these are 3 articles we covered when to expect a possible extension for Marcus Williams and Ryan Ramczyk. We covered that one. Went over the preseason schedule. And also the question, did the Saints make the right call in keeping Marcus Williams over Janoris Jenkins? Me, for one, I was on record saying that I think we could have found a better safety in the draft to start all over again. You know, I mean, seriously. I mean, we could have found somebody. I mean, because you had 4 years of this man. And that's just my take. To be honest with you, I've seen enough of Marcus Williams, to be honest with you. I really have. I got my stomach full of watching Marcus Williams make missed tackles and, you know, get shook up and open. He has some positive plays, but you got to understand the position that he plays on the back end of the defense is a very serious position. If he doesn't know what he's doing back there, he can give up a lot of plays in the wrong side of things for us. If he don't make certain tackles, he takes bad pursuit angles, 4 years and 67 games worth of experience. That's troublesome. I've seen enough in 67 starts to say, you know what? No. But they say, no, we're going to hold on to him who's taking bad angles and whiffing at motherfuckers, and we're going to just go ahead and just put Janoris in the street. Well, you didn't get next to nothing. When you got Janoris, the only thing you did is put a waiver wire in there and got him. And that was a blessing no matter how you look at it. You wasn't even supposed to get him. Nobody. We got him luckily because the Giants foolishly put him in the street. The Saints were the only one put a claim on him, and we ended up getting him that way. And he gave you 2 really good seasons, and you could have still got 2 good years out of the Jackrabbit. So I don't know if that question is even fair to Marcus Williams to put that kind of pressure on him, because the Jackrabbit is still very good. And the Titans knew what they did when they went and got the Jackrabbit. Let me just keep it real with you. So we'll see how it all shakes on the back end, man. But that question might not be even fair for Marcus Williams, come to think about it. What's up, Brother Patrice? Who that to you? Appreciate you being there. Brother Donovan, who that to you? Good to see you. What's up, Slim South? Question is, why bring PJ and P-Rob cornerback handshake university? The thing was, and that's the question and that's why I got a lot of love for the Great Same Think Tank, is because they ask questions like that. Okay, you say we were missing for cap? Then why did you give Patrick Robinson $2 million? And why did you not put, why did you give Patrick, $2 million? Why did you give PJ Williams $2 million? Why you didn't put PJ in the street and Patrick Robinson in the street and took whatever they had and give it to the Jackrabbit? Whatever you paid Ken Crawley, add that in there. Patrick Robinson, PJ Williams, Ken Crawley, take all what they got and give it to the Jackrabbit. Oh, it don't work like that. Yeah, it work like that. Only thing I need to see is the film. Put the film on and look at it. A lot of this stuff just don't make no sense. You don't keep cornerbacks that can't cover. God damn. And then we wondering why they getting their head twisted on the swivel like they possessed or something. And you watching the movie The Shining and their head spinning around on the stick. I mean, you wondering why? Because, man, listen, man. We done see some of these guys stand beyond their stay, man. It's just, and that's for real, man. These guys stand beyond their stay. If you're a starting player in the NFL and you play 67 games and you're not at a Pro Bowl level and a team that's a serious contender every year, something wrong, man. Something wrong with that. And then you look at what Jackrabbit was doing. Jackrabbit was the best cornerback last year. You put him in the street, and then, bro, we didn't have the money. But you had enough money to give Marcus Williams a 10.5 cap hit when you ain't even had the damn money then. One of the first things they did was put a tag on Marcus Williams. Like, hold on, you ain't got no money, fam. What you doing? What you doing? Well, he gonna improve. Oh, you paying for potential now? That's what you're doing? Is that what you're doing? You don't have to pay somebody for potential when they gave you 67 effing games to show you what they can do. 67 goddamn games, man. And people, Q, he's a ball hawk. 67 starts and 13 interceptions still make him a ball hawk for real, fam? Think about what you're telling me and think about who you're telling it to. That's why I said, man, the secondary now, Coach Richard, I got a lot of confidence in Coach Richard to help that man out. I think he helps out PJ Williams. I think he helps out Marcus Williams because we're going to need both those William boys. To be honest with you, we're going to need the rotisserie boys. We're going to need them. We're going to need them to step up. We're going to need Coach Richard to help and basically giving the man the same damn secondary he had, Aaron Glenn had last year, minus a Debo and, whatever. But my goodness, man, we're going to need somebody. We're going to need some people to step up. We're going to need PJ Williams to step up. We're going to need Marcus Williams to step up. And I have faith that Coach Richard gets Marcus Williams, gets them together to a degree. But coming in the NFL as a safety and not being able to tackle well, that's how you draft a man like that. I don't understand how he got around us like that. How you draft a safety that's a poorish tackler? How didn't you know that? I mean, I put the tape on, he whiffing. And then the reason why he's whiffing, most time, watch, you put the tape on, he dropping his helmet. Man, you don't never drop your helmet, man. You never drop your helmet. You always are supposed to see what you're hitting. That's why you see these silly ass people be getting hurdled on the tape, and Elvin Kamara and all of them jumping over these guys because they do the stupid stuff by dropping their helmet and not looking at if you see the man, he can't hurdle you. He got problems. He try to hurdle you and you looking at him. He going to have a hard fall. But it's like it's a part of the game, man. Listen, you don't have to be a perfect tackler, but that's the safety. But that's the last line of defense, bro. If he gets, you know what? He can't tackle the man. We in trouble. Brother Patrice, thank you for the super chat, Brother Patrice. She says defensive line. What we're thinking about, we just drafted a player, picked up a guy from KC. How does this play out? Oh, well, let me see here. Well, I think would answer your question. Thank you for your super chat, by the way, my friend. Thank you. Appreciate you. I think the defensive line will be fine, bro, to be honest with you. I think Davenport, we talked about this on the show yesterday about Davenport, and he's healthy. He's healthy going into the offseason. He's healthy, right? Remember last year what Davenport said? We play a lot of this stuff here on the Sports Coma, man. I play it for the family members. I see Jackson. Jackson says, I like that, Q. Give me Jackrabbit or give me that. That's funny. All right. Jamal said, Q, I disagree, my brother. Richard can he can't help him. Oh, y'all funny, man. What's up, Who That King? Who that to you, fam? But back to your question there, Brother Patrice. Let me get that. I think the defensive line is in good shape. I think Davenport has been training and working with Cam, and that's big because remember what Davenport said last show, I think it was the year before last, when they asked him what he wanted to be and he was naming players. He said he wants to be the next Cam Jordan. How many people remember that? Put one in the chat if you remember him saying that. Well, he's been working out with Cam, and Cam has been getting in better shape this offseason, getting ready for the upcoming season, and Davenport has been working out with him. Now, my thing was Cam is a guy that's been with the Saints. You very rarely see Cam miss games, right? He got that going. He knows how to tune his body and how to, and all this kind of stuff. Now, he gets hurt in the season, but it's not injuries where it stops him from playing games. That's like Davenport gets an injury and then he out for 3 or 4 games. It's really almost making him seem like he's missed the glass. I mean, many people nickname him that. But when you working out with a guy like Cam, and Cam has that longevity, he's going to sprinkle that game on Davenport. He's going to share that game with Davenport to help him out because Cam knows that if he helps Davenport, Davenport will help him because Davenport should shine this year based on the fact that he'll be getting a lot of the same opportunities that Trey Hendrickson got last year, which means one-on-one matchups, thanks to Cam Jordan receiving double teams every game, and David Onyemata is getting double teams. So somebody has to be single block, and that will be Davenport a lot, and Davenport could very well put up some decent numbers, if he gets on par with Cam. If he follows Cam's regimen, and what I've been reading about him, what he's been saying, is that he will be on line with Cam. So that's the big part of it, is Davenport is the big part of that. And Passanio, which is the Kansas City Chief defensive lineman you're talking about, a lot of people have him as the pass rusher, and I'm not discounting that they'll use him as an end at times. But if you look at the Saints interior defensive line, the depth charts, and you look at them, who's the most experienced defensive lineman, not named David Onyemata in the Saints interior defensive line, is Passanio, who also plays defensive line. I don't think the Saints brung that man in here and then drafted Peyton Turner and brung him in and play the same position. Don't get me wrong. In certain times, you might see Passanio as an edge rusher. You might. But his value for the Saints this year, and he didn't leave the Kansas City Chiefs to come down here and be some stinking pass rusher behind a rookie or Granderson or whomever. And you got to remember, Granderson had 5 sacks last year. You got Peyton Turner with the first-round declination. You got ends there. He's not going to be the 4th or 5th guy. His value is interior. His value is as an interior defensive lineman. So don't get me wrong. I think Shai Tuttle gets an opportunity to step up, Malcolm Roach and all these other guys. But really, the main veteran the Saints did sign to come in and help with the hole next to Onyemata, it's got to be Passanio. It got to be. It make all the sense. Passanio was with the Kansas City Chiefs. He was drafted there. They were in back-to-back Super Bowls, won one, lost one last year. You mean to tell me, and the Chiefs wanted them. You turned the Chiefs down. They wanted to bring you back to come here and be a backup pass rusher when you were starting out there with the Super Bowl, Super Bowl team back-to-back years. They didn't win it, but you know what I'm saying? They were in it back-to-back years. You leave that, and the team want you to come here to back up somebody? Hell no. Come on. Great Saint Tank. I'm seeing their value as an interior defensive lineman. All these people saying defensive end, I'm like, man, y'all got to use y'all imaginations, man. I mean, the man drafted a goddamn defensive end with the first-round pick, and Carl Granderson is not going to take a step back. Carl Granderson is accelerating into that. So, I mean, he'll play in certain things, but his value for the Saints is as an interior guy. They need him in the middle. They need him to play in the middle. 6'7", 290 in the interior, batting passes down. Come on, man. Come on. That's got to be the vision. Ryan Nielsen, in certain packages, you can see him as an end, but come on, his value for the Saints is going to be at the edge rusher. It just makes too much sense to me. That's my call on it. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Appreciate you. Godfidence, what's up, fam? Says, man, we should have kept Jenkins. I know, fam. We should have kept. I mean, and the thing is, Q, we didn't have no money, Q. Well, listen, like I said, take PJ Williams' money, the $2 million the Saints gave him, the $2-something million or whatever it is they're paying Patrick Robinson, and whatever money they're paying Ken Crawley, take all that money and give it to Jack Rabbit. Give it to Jack Rabbit. Give it to him. You know, and because he was really your best cornerback last year, and now you put your secondary in the tailspin. The Saints been casually moonwalking up through this season. I'm like, what's going on here? You know, and we pretty confident Saints people, to be honest with you. But the really cavalier movements by the team, even the ass dragging on the contract extensions and the money, waiting to the deadlines for what are you doing that for? Get it done, man. Stop doing it. Get it done so you can have the money there, because had we done this earlier, we could have had a few of these guys that other people picked up on. We could have had them here, you know, on the team. You know, how many weeks has it been from the draft and you don't even have enough money to sign your draft picks? This is ridiculous. You drafting players, you ain't got the money to sign them. Get the damn money together, man. What you dragging ass for? Sign the damn deal. Don't have to wait till the 15th of July to sign Marcus Williams tag. Get the goddamn deal done before that. You know you ain't gonna let Ramczyk go. Get the deal done. Free up the money. I mean, it's crazy, man. They just what the hell are you doing? What you doing, Mickey? What the hell, Mickey? Oh my goodness, what's going on? Jerome said, I'm disappointed at you. Q Williams' move is important. Then Pete, we paid him. Yeah, hold on now. Don't you dare say that. Don't you dare do it, Jerome. He said they had to choose to draft a safety and keep Jenkins, who was in age, or keep Williams to draft a corner. Well, listen, bro. Why you had to throw Pete in there, huh? Huh, Jerome? Why you had to do that, bro? Why you had to take a stab at Pete? Huh? Why? He says Williams is more important than Pete. Pete ain't got nothing to do with it, Jerome. Jerome was just waiting for a scenario where he could just pick at Pete. We paid him. They had to choose to draft a safety and keep Jenkins, who was in age, or keep Williams and draft a corner. Well, they still drafted a corner. They were going to draft the corner anyway because they really didn't have any other corners to groom behind Jack Rabbit. If you kept Jack Rabbit still have a couple of good years in him. And if you look at the contract that he signed with Tennessee, it wasn't that expensive. But they always use the excuse about the money. Like, oh, we just didn't have the money. Now, Andrews Pete, I don't know, you know this, Jerome, better than I do. The man was a Pro Bowler and earned his money. Now, people don't like Pete. They call him soft. That's fine. You call him soft. But also, when you're calling him soft, make sure you call him a Pro Bowler. Twice over Pro Bowler. Can you say that about Mr. Marcus Williams, who's had 67 games and couldn't even sniff it? So, like I said, man, you know, it's all about what they're giving you. Andrews Pete plays every position on the offensive line except for center, you know? And and the thing about it is people call Andrews Pete soft, but he plays with injuries. How you soft, but he playing with injuries? I thought people call somebody soft when they can't play through their injuries. He plays with sprained ankles, broken elbow, broken forearms. He had a massive club on his hand one time. His hand was broken. And he out there playing with all this shit on him, and people still calling him soft. It's the most interesting thing I ever seen before. It's like, man, how is Andrews Pete people saying he's soft, but he plays through all of these obscene injuries? How? You can say, well, Q, he gets banged up. He gets banged up a lot, but he plays when he's banged up. He does. Now, I can see you calling that. That's an inconsistency in my logic, because how you going to call Davenport and Pete the same damn thing? People calling Davenport soft and Mr. Glass, and then they turn around and say that with Pete, but Pete playing through his stuff. The problem is sometimes Pete need to sit down because he be trying to play through the injuries, but like he got pushed down. He was on the ground. Had that ankle issue that had an arm issue, had a hand issue. You know, remember he had the concussions. He came back from the concussion. I'm like, damn. How is a man soft and he comes back from concussions? He plays with broken hands, forearms, messed up ankles, all that, but the people still say he's soft. And he said, you know what? Let me throw this in there. He got 2 Pro Bowls, then they got the nerve to say it's alternate. What the hell? What? Like that's an asterisk on something. Dude, alternate, only thing alternate means is the man in front of him that was picked originally got hurt or he can't attend the Pro Bowl, so they went to the next man on the line, which is still an honor because only a handful of guys out of all the offensive linemen in the entire NFL are picked for that position. Andrews Pete was there twice. He earned his money. He earned his money. He went through the fire, and I just don't get it, man. I just don't understand how people call Andrews Pete and Davenport the same damn thing. While Pete plays through his injury and got Pro Bowls at a position that he didn't play in college and didn't learn it till he got to the pros. He missed an all-pro at the guard position. He wasn't the tackle. He was drafted as a tackle, never played the guard position in college, but came in and became a guard and became a Pro Bowler at it twice. And we still can't get no love for the man. God damn, what he got to do? You know, I don't know. I'm stating the obvious fact. Nothing I said about Andrews Pete is untrue. It's all the case. But how are we going to call? What's up, Joe? Thank you for becoming a member. Jerome says, yeah, he should have Pro Bowls. Demario Davis should have Pro Bowls. But that's the point of what you proving my point, Jerome. You proving my point that Pro Bowls are hard to get. Demario Davis was supposed to be a Pro Bowl at least 2 of the years he been in New Orleans. Not even close. Thank you, Joe. Who that to Joe Guidry? Thank you, Joe. It's amazing to me, man. It's amazing to me. Like, I get what people coming from Andrews Pete. Because Pete plays through, and man, listen, he plays through these injuries, and sometimes it's not a good idea to do because he's not as good as he needs to be. But at the end of the day, he's still trying to effort to play, and you know the man hurt. I mean, can he get some comeuppance for that? Can he get some love for that? Can he get some respect for that? Can he get the soft man, at least remove the soft from his name or the label off of him? Soft players don't play through injuries. Glassy players don't play through injuries. That's Davenport, right? Right? We got Mr. Glass. That's Davenport, right? Davenport gets hurt a lot. He misses a lot of games, right? I'm just keeping it real, man. It's not the same. All right, Godfidence. What's up, fam? He said Pete just got killed. He says Pete just killed us with them holding penalties. Yeah, that's true too, bro. He does some holding. He does some holding. But like I said, the man not perfect. But I'm saying, man, listen, people underestimate the value of like if you topping out and you playing, listen, it's a bunch of offensive linemen. Go through all of the depth charts. I mean, all of the depth charts of every team in the NFL, all 30 plus teams. Count up how many offensive linemen or guards there are, and then put it together and then pick a top 5 of them. And this man was able to be a top 5 guy in each of those times. You know, at least 2 times out of it. That's what forced the Saints' hand to be like, okay, yeah. When they paid him, he still performed. He still plays. He don't play the best all the time, but I say he still plays when he's hurt. I mean, that's supposed to get you some kind of love, some kind of way. I don't know why it's not with him. I don't get that part. I really don't get that part. Scoop says last year this time we were clamoring for a pass rush. The Saints didn't pull the trigger and T-Rex balled out. This is true, Scoop. Are you betting that happens again? That Davenport pulls a T-Rex like you called him, my friend? I know you were speaking them up, though, Scoop. You were speaking up T-Rex a lot. I remember you called up and was saying that. Carlton say he old, Q. Bro, we could still get a couple of years out of him, bro. He ain't ready for the nursing home. Come on, bro. He can still play at a high level. Who that king? What's up, fam? I don't know, bro. I don't know who that king. What's wrong with him? Derek says Ryan Nielsen's going to get a charge with conspiracy murder. Yeah, this line is going to be awesome, man. Listen, they are all, listen, he added some, man, listen, all I can tell you is that the Saints defensive line is fast and furious. They're big, they're fast, they're athletic. We just need to keep them healthy and handle business, man. This line, Ryan Nielsen really has a really good group of people to work with. I mean, the Saints defensive line, my goodness. These are These are athletes. Even Passanio, these are athletes. These guys will be able to get after you, man. It's gonna be fun watching. Pelican Nola, what's up, fam? Says Big Q, can Richard get the rotisserie boys popping this season? I mean, I think so. I like Coach Richard, man. Like I said, I've been knowing about him since when he was with Seattle, then when he went to Dallas. I just love the hiring. I think I think he'll help them. And I think he's an upgrade over in Aaron Glenn. That's just in my opinion. He came here talking about he wanted to be able to turn the Saints defense secondary into like what he had in Seattle, which is, that's a tall order because Malcolm Jenkins is still going to give you good value. You know, and Jenkins is, what is he? He older than Jackrabbit. So, I mean, I think Malcolm Jenkins still help because he's intelligent. Jackrabbit's intelligent. That's what those experienced guys do. Like I said, when you talk about guys, we don't need to throw him into the nursing home. Jackrabbit wasn't ready for the nursing home. My goodness, he still had a couple of years worth of good play that he could have given you. He was the Saints' best cover man last year. So next year, he's not going to be that way. We need veterans. You need good people. You need young, good people, and you need veterans to steady the ship. Because that's the part about good veterans. Good veterans, a lot of times, take the pressure off the youngsters so they can develop in a healthy way, a functional way. You know, like we seen, you know, in the tenure with New Orleans, when we seen a lot of the good defensive line players like Malcolm Roach or Shai Tuttle. Those guys develop underneath the Sheldon Rankins and the David Onyemata. We need good veterans to teach up and coach up the young guys on the field. You got to coach off the field and Coach Richard for the secondary guys. And then you got coach on the field, Malcolm Jenkins, Jackrabbit Jenkins, guys like that show you what you need to do on the field, what you need to be looking at, how to react, like if you get burnt or how to, you know, just keeping your head up, telling you what to pay attention to, stuff like that. Those guys are a plus in that area. And I don't see a great degree of drop off from Jackrabbit's play. That would experience for us to drop them off like that. We ain't have the money. We ain't have the money to do a lot of these moves. It didn't make no money moves since to sign PJ Williams. But if we bargain shopping or we really didn't have the money, then why we did that before we got Jackrabbit together? I mean, that's all I'm saying. You sign your best players, and you wasn't trying to sign them to no 5-year contract, but 2 years. 2 years? Nah, man, the man ain't ready for the nursing home, man. You ain't ready for the nursing home, fam. Pelicans knows Big Q. I like that, Mr. Glass. I mean, that's what they call him. Listen, they call Andrews Mr. Glass. You know, no, they call Davenport that. But I noticed you saying soft is Pete and also Davenport soft and Mr. Glass. Like, how could that be? It can't be the same. You got to come up with a different designation for Pete than Davenport because soft mean you don't play in through your injuries. That's what it comes from. I'm a former athlete, and that's what I've already got from it. When he calls them soft mean you don't play through your injuries. The playable ones, the ones that are not a broken bone sort, but even with that, he played with broken bones and still got the soft label. I don't get that. I really don't. I don't understand. Tim says maybe Richard can get that neck brace off. Oh yeah, he got it. Yeah, he can't turn his head around. He got a broken neck. That's what it is. Yeah, that's right, Tim. He got a broken neck. Yeah, he got to get that goddamn brace off his neck. Willie says, y'all know I tell y'all when a player is garbage. Andrews Pete is not garbage. I'm with Q on it. What? What the hell? Y'all, did y'all hear that? Willie says somebody's not garbage. What the hell? Willie, what? Everybody's garbage to Willie, but Willie said Andrews Pete is not garbage. What the hell, Willie? Thank you, Willie. Thank you, Willie. What's up, Elite? What's up, Tasha? Who that to you, baby? Much love to the fam. What's up, Sean? I see you, brother. Big ups to Sean. What's up, Glenn? Who that to you, fam? Good to see you in the chat as well. What's up, fam? All right, who else we got there? Hold on, I missed somebody, man. I missed somebody. All right, I just seen the name there. What's up, Kai? Who that to Kai, man? Big ups to Kai as well. And if y'all didn't hear y'all name, give me a who that. I give you a who that back, baby. I'd like to acknowledge all the family members, man, that's watching, man. Much love to y'all, man. All right. Yeah, and you know, we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see, man. I know, man. Willie surprised the hell out of me on that one. I wasn't expecting that from Willie. What's up, Ramsey? Who that to you? Say, hey, Q, can you see my post on the chat? Because I've been giving you a who that for third. Oh, I'm sorry, my friend. Oh, who that to you? Ramsey, I'm sorry, brother. I appreciate you. Listen, man, I've been saying who that all damn 30 minutes. Q, you don't see that? I'm sorry. Well, I sure didn't, brother. I sure didn't. So who that to you? Ramsey, appreciate you, Ramsey. Who that to you? Anthony, who that to you? Anthony, I see you, fam. What's up, T? Who that to you, T? All right. What's up, Cameron? Who that to you, Cameron? Good to see you in the chat, fam. What's up, fam? Good to see you. Yeah, I think it's gonna be awesome, man, in the end. But yeah, that's people got to explain that one to me, family. Y'all gonna have to explain that to me. What's up, KT? Who that to my dog KT? Who that? But y'all gonna have to explain that one to me about that. But odd enough though, all of the guys that we've been giving some grief to, when you talk about it, these guys have to step up. You know, Action. What's up, Action Jackson? Who that to your family? Said get rid of them damn rotisserie chickens. There you go, baby. Big ups to Action Jackson, Demi. But that's a part of it though. You know what I'm saying? All the guys that we talked about last year that need to step up and do something, they need to step up and do something this year. I'm talking about Davenport. I'm talking about Traquan Smith. I'm talking about Marcus Williams. I'm talking about PJ Williams. These guys have to step up in a big way. Davenport has to step up and ball this year. Pretty much the pressure's been put on Davenport. Trey Hendrickson kind of threw that on him. And really, Trey benefited because he was pretty much single blocked, and he did what a good defensive end does. Beat the block, the single blocker for the sack. 13 and a half of them. Davenport, man, if you think about it, you look at the athleticism, the strength, in many ways, Davenport is superior to Trey Hendrickson in many ways, except Trey has the game figured out and to the point that he got his body online to get to where his mind wanted to be. But usually, you know, it's that mind first and then body, all else follows. And that's the logic that Drew puts on. So a lot of these players don't get it. They think it's just hitting the weights in the weight room. But the biggest and best muscle you got is this up here, baby. That get this together first, and then all else follows. Everything follows. We often talk, we do it the ass end. We do a lot of stuff the ass end, the ass end way, the wrong way. Because that's what they gave. They gave us all the wrong stuff to do it. They gave us the process and to do it in reverse. And that's what a lot of things, to be honest with you. But you got to get your mind first, and then the body follows. That's what James is talking about. That's what Drew talking about. That's what Mike Thomas is talking about. That's what Cam Jordan talking about. That's what a lot of them guys are talking about, because they got this straight and then everything else is following. That's what Cam is teaching Davenport to do. Get this straight, get this centered, and all else will follow. And that's what I say about Davenport. I think he steps up. Traquan Smith, y'all heard my spill on Traquan Smith. I think he steps up. And you got to look at it too. Each one of these guys that have a high value trade attached to them, where you have Davenport, 2 first-round draft picks on Davenport, and then Trey Hendrickson, not Trey, but Traquan Smith was a 3rd-round pick who had that pressure. All these guys have competition behind them. Peyton Turner pushing Davenport, or either Granderson, depending on who you're looking at. And then on the other side of it, Traquan Smith has guys like Marquez Callaway, Deontay Harris pushing him from up underneath. So, and plus, you look at Traquan in the final year of his rookie deal. He has that inspiration of watching Trey Hendrickson, who also was a 3rd-round pick, ball out. Could that inspire him for greater things? So Davenport, Traquan Smith, PJ Williams, Marcus Williams, these guys have to step up and show themselves and have a big year for the Saints. You know, they have to be serious. Like if PJ plays, he got to be a good role player. He got to make plays. He got to step out. Marcus Williams, you know, he got to fix a lot of his issues in his gameplay. Marcus Davenport has to stay healthy. And he not only stay healthy, but he also has to pile on some sacks. You got to have to get some sacks. Like it or not, people are going to be leveraging that Trey Hendrickson card against Davenport, because they're going to say, well, hell, We know Davenport is way more athletically gifted than Trey Henderson. And you mean to tell me Trey can get 13 and a half and Davenport can't even sniff 8 sacks in 1 year? See, all that's going to come with that them 2 first-round draft picks, and then Trey is a 3rd-round draft pick. Davenport's going to be facing a lot of single blocking. He has to beat those guys. It's no excuse for either one of these men I just told you about. You can't say they're young anymore. They have to show up or show out or get out. You know, I mean, that's just what it is. All right, I think I got a question. I'm going to take a few questions before I shut the stream down. It's getting, like I said, I don't want to hold you guys for very long. All right. Patrice says, do you think we are building a strong defensive line to make up for the mistakes in the backfield? That's a good, interesting way to look at it too, my friend. That's a very smart statement and smart question right there, brother Patrice. I don't think the Saints see the secondary as a weakness. I really don't think they see the secondary as a weakness. We do, because we know that you take a rookie and replace him for the Jackrabbit, that's an issue, because we know Adebo hasn't played. He opted out last year, and then the year before that, he played well, then he got hurt. So that's a lot of pressure on Paulson Adebo. He's 100% healthy now, but that's a lot of pressure to heap on him. And if you listen to the interviews, he has no problem with that. He's all about showing you what he can do. So it really comes down to the Saints having faith in the secondary coach and the coaches to be able to get these guys up to speed, which shows us why they had an 87% turnout rate for the voluntary workouts, which is a good sign for the season. What you have so many young players coming in with the experienced veteran players, and everybody working together to get on the same line. So that's a positive. But I don't think they see their secondary as a weakness. But the reality is, you're right. The Saints defensive line, their pass rushers have to fire off to help out, because we know what we got in Chauncey Gardner. We know what we got in Marshawn Lattimore. Those guys are only going to get better. We know Malcolm Jenkins, what he is. Marcus Williams, I think you'll see an improvement in Marcus Williams' play. So the only other question is, what happens at the other cornerback position next across the street from Lattimore? You know, what happens there with Paulson Adebo? So that's really an issue of the coaches getting them together. So I don't think they see it as a secondary. I don't think it's a weakness. We can use more depth, I'm saying, I'm more concerned about not just so much for Adebo, but the guys behind Adebo. Like, if we get injuries, remember, Laddie Daddy missed several games last year. You know, who we going to put in there when he's not in there? You know, and, you know, you putting guys in there that slot cornerbacks that's getting toasted. They don't have any speed. They're often injured. They're old, you know. So I don't know, you know, that's what my issue was. So I'm, you know, really hoping that, like, one of these undrafted cornerbacks step up and show something. Like Keith Washington Jr. I really hope him or Pale Grant Haley, those guys step up and really kind of push them Ken Crawleys and them PJ Williams and the Patrick Robinsons further down on that. But Patrick Robinson at the 4th spot as a down back, you know, but really I want one of them young guys like Keith Washington to step up and kind of claim a role as I'm going to be on here. You know, one of that type, have that mentality. That's what I'm really hoping for. We need one of those guys, you know, so we'll see how it goes. But that's not a bad way to look at it, to be honest with you. But, you know, that could very well be the case, even though I don't think they see it as like I said, it's really curious watching the Saints movements. They've been really, really, really smooth, like they're sitting on the sailboat sipping lemonade in the shade, man. I mean, they so smooth, man. It's cool movements, really cool, and nothing bothering them, nothing worrying them. We got this, baby. Almost like we got this, you know, and popping their collars saying, we got this. We dominated 4 years in a row. We got this. We got this. You know, and to a degree that becomes a bit overconfident. So we got to be very careful at that line. We still improve, but can kind of be looking at the adversaries to see what they're doing. We got to, especially when they're taking your front office people and trying to emulate what you're doing. I mean, isn't that not the case with the Atlanta Saints? Isn't that not the case with the Carolina Saints? Did not the Carolina Saints went and got a guy that has Sean Payton's offense and put it over their team over there? Huh? And talk about beating the Saints with their own offense? See, people don't want to talk. That's that real deal. That's that real deal. The Saints kicking these people ass in the division, stumping the hell out of them in the division, and they got to go and get the Saints people to bring them all their scheme or philosophy to put in their building. The Carolina Panthers did it with their offense. The Atlanta Falcons did it with their entire administration. I mean, but come on. You know, you got to be looking when your adversaries is stealing off your stuff, trying to beat you with your own stuff. How you trying to beat me with my stuff? Don't you know I invented this? Don't you know that I invented this and I know the flaws in that and you don't know what they are? Because I've been using it a lot longer than you. You think you're going to top me with my own shit. I know how to stop it. Coach Payton thinking like, I know how to stop me. Don't you understand that? I know how to stop me. You don't. I know. You think you firing off of my offense. You got that job over there at LSU because you was an assistant. Nobody knew who the hell you was. Then you went up there, got hired up there, did a good job using my system, my scheme. Then you go to Carolina, trying to do some stuff over there, and you're gonna get your ass handed to you because I know how to stop me. That's how Coach Payton talked to him. But nobody don't tell you, don't say that. Don't say that the Carolina Panthers took the Saints offense and then trying to talk about they're gonna beat the Saints. With my own shit, for real? See, they don't talk like that, fam. They don't talk like they're too busy appreciate to them. Oh, we this, we that. Oh, keep it pounding or whatever they say. I'm gonna show love to Carolina, man. I got a lot of Carolina people that got love for me, man. So, but y'all know it's the truth, man. Listen, y'all know it's the truth. Where that guy came from? He came from y'all, Q. That's right. He came from the Black and Gold building. There you go. All right. Well, there you go. Where that other man from Atlanta came from? Where he came from? He came from the Black and Gold building. All right, then. All right. All right. But see, that's what happens when you kick everybody's ass in a division. And listen, I don't care how bad you beat me. I am not going to go to the hated rival and go pick somebody out their business and say, please, 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 baby, come help me win. Help me win. Help me win. I am tired of losing. I am tired of falling on my face. We was in the Super Bowl and we lost. We had it and then we just disintegrated. I don't know what else to do. You see, you got beat silly. You got beat stupid. That's what that is. You got beat stupid. You were running over into the Black and Gold. And he was like, huh? What? And that was Fontenot's first day. Who wanted to interview me? Who? Atlanta? That had to be the case. They had to interview him at least twice because he thought the first one was a fluke. He said, this is April Fool's? Is this April Fool's? What's going on here? Atlanta is calling us? They must trying to be picking secrets. That's what they're trying to do. They had to interview him multiple times because the first time they interviewed, he thought it was a joke. Oh, man. But that's what happened when you whip their ass in the division. But at the same time, so I said, you got to watch out for stuff like that, though, family. You got to keep your eyes on them and looking at them because they stay. I mean, that's you know what I'm saying? Come on now. You know, it ain't like they going somewhere and building up something. They coming over here taking your stuff and talk about, we got it now. Oh, we done figured you out now, baby. We got it. We got it now, baby. Baby, we about to win a division, baby. Baby, you had it 4 years in a row, but we got your offense now, and we know what to do with it. Man, come on, man. Cut that out. Cut it out, man. Come on now. You can't beat the giant on the block by being the giant, man. We got there a hard way, fam. And we ain't imitate nobody to do that, man. The Saints offense was an original, baby. It was an original, baby. When Sean Payton hang it up, they're gonna be acting like Sean Payton, Steve Walsh. I mean, you know, they're gonna be acting like he not Steve Walsh. Walsh. From the 49ers, the West Coast offense. That's what that's what kind of like the West Coast offense was such and such. That's how they're gonna be acting. That's how it's gonna be happening. They knew every year, and really, you can see Coach Payton be getting bored with it. That's why he be doing them Madden moves and stuff. Be doing them old Madden moves. He threw a little trickery in there to kind of, to add a little fun to it. Because, man, listen, if you got 100% focused Sean Payton running that stuff and doing it the way we know he can do it, man, he tearing everybody up in the league. He tearing them all up. The Detroit, like the matchups against the Raiders last year, the Packers, and those games, Those were the Saints wins. The Saints, we knew we should have had that. He knew what he had with that running attack. We told him the whole season. Nobody could stop the Saints from running the ball. We tore them up. They knew we was running the ball and still put 200 yards up on them. So, I mean, you can't beat us taking our stuff. Get your own stuff. Create your own shit. Bill Walsh. There you go. Thank you. Who said that? Thank you, Ramsey. Bill. I said Steve Walsh. My bad. Bill Walsh. Thank you, Smallville. Who that to you? Yeah, that's what they're going to be saying about Coach Payton's system. They're going to be talking like it's Bill Walsh West Coast offense. For years and dominated either top 5, top 10. One year, I think it was top 15. But every year dominating for years. And you've seen people copycat it. You've seen Green Bay steal pieces of it. There's several other teams copycatting certain segments of it, but never like Carolina did when they had a guy that came out and just try to do everything he do, an understudy, talking shit to Sean Payton, telling him we're going to do this and that and the third. Oh, no, cut that out. Cut that out. What's up, Damon? Who that to you, fam? I see you, fam. Thank you. Say still in the building. Tim, son, we broke the Falcons and the Panthers. Yeah, yes. They don't want to hear that, though. You can't beat us by being us. There's only one New Orleans Saints nation. And then sit up here and talk about this, that, and third, and be prideful of the fact that you copying your rival. What honor is that? Is there any honor in that? Yeah, we gonna beat you by being you. Okay, we'll see how that works. But at the end of the day, man, we still got to keep an eye on them because, you know, just like having thieving neighbors. It's like having thieving ass neighbors on either side of you, man. You got to keep an eye on. I gotta watch these thieving bastards. It's like having thieving ass neighbors. How about that? You got to keep your eyes on them. Oh, man. But anyway, fam, we're going to stop that, man. Listen, I appreciate your family for being here. Much love to y'all. Appreciate y'all chiming in. I'm going to be back on Friday's show tomorrow. We'll start it up early, and we'll get it going, man. And we'll do our Friday Saints talk. We'll open up the lines, and family members can chime in. Spit your game, questions, comments, whatever you guys got to say. We'll cover it. We'll cover it and more. We'll do it all. But like I said, I ain't want to hold you guys for very long. It's been 81 minutes here. I'm going to turn you loose. I ain't going to be a bad reverend and say, I'm not going to hold y'all too long tonight. Saints, I'm not going to hold y'all too long tonight. And then you hold them for 4 hours? I thought you said, yeah, I ain't going to do that tonight. I ain't going to do that to y'all. What's up, Donald? Who that T says? Paul Brown is the creator of the West Coast offense. Paul Brown. Okay, there you go. Paul Brown might be the creator of the West Coast offense, but boy, does Bill Walsh get a lot of credit for it, don't Oh, man, let me tell you something, boy. Because you absolutely right, but let me tell you something. Who get all the credit, huh? I'm just keeping. Alyssa says, all I'm saying is Saints answers to corner could realistically be Justin Coleman or Desmond Trufant at the trade deadline. We'll keep an eye. You know what, Alyssa? Yeah, she been saying, yeah, you really been dropping that about the trades. And we're going to see what happens there. I'm going to keep my eyes on it because, you know, I think they bring in, we'll see what they bring in. You know, we'll see what they bring in. I just want to see them free up some money. And when they free up that money, we'll see what kind of options they have because that's the real big kicker to this. They don't even have enough money to sign the draft picks. They're a little too smooth. They got to get off that sailboat sooner or later and go back to work. You know what I'm saying? They got to do something, baby. Baby, they got to get off the sailboat. Mickey sitting there drinking mimosas and sitting on the sailboat. Yeah, I'm never going to get off this sailboat. I hear you, Mickey. You got to make some moves, brother. You got to make some moves, man. All right, so with that being said, fam, please feel free to strike upon the like button. Yeah, Donald says, yeah, Big Q, Kwame Brown got everybody on fire, and I like it. Yeah, Kwame Brown, man, he's an interesting character, man. He's a very interesting character, man. You know, very interesting character. But he's been made fun of for years, man. They've been making fun of Kwame Brown for years, man. For years, they've been making fun of him. But see, they do that, but he was the only one to respond in the way that he did. And the point where he just attacked, you know, the characters that were attacking him. because they were talking about how he couldn't play basketball. But Kwame got tired of people calling him a bust and saying that he wasn't very good. And I remember watching Kwame Brown play. He had a few decent games. But overall, what he was drafted at, that wasn't first round overall. But see, the thing is, you should be blaming Michael Jordan for that. Michael Jordan was the general manager of the Wizards when they took Kwame Brown, and a lot of people felt Kwame wasn't ready for that. You know, he was a player that needed some development in his game. That was already understood when he came in, that they was drafting him on potential, that he needed to be developed. And that's not what they did. They just put it all on him. And the way they did it was he was a humble spirited dude. You could see they would talk to him, but he was a young kid, and all of that, the thing of being a first round draft pick. He was like 18 or 19 years old, and he just had to deal with all, because this is going off of memory of just watching Kwame Brown and then how he was moved around. And it's like not a lot of teams took time with him to develop him. They just threw him in there like, you need to do this. And it's interesting because he was he was drafted by Michael Jordan, who some people consider one of the greats. And then later on in his career, he played next to Kobe Bryant, which was interesting. You drafted by Jordan, you played with Kobe. That's interesting. And he was with other teams too, but man, it's interesting. But he was being made fun of for years, man. And to see him finally come at him, they didn't know he had that kind of mouth. That's what really surprised a lot of people. A lot of people thought he was quiet, and he usually is a quiet dude, but he got fed up with him being the punchline of the jokes. I mean, he just got fed up with it. I mean, and he ultimately decided, hey, man, I'm going to handle my business. Because I remember years ago, he was being talked about on ESPN and all the time. What changed was they didn't know he was going to start speaking up, because they were just doing this for years, making fun of him. And when he did, you never know how it is, man. Well, who catches fire and who catches fire and how it catches fire, and who the people gravitate to and how that happens. And he did like I said, man, they just lit the man up, man, lit him up, kept lighting him up, especially Stephen A. Talking about the man, and Stephen A. can't even dribble a basketball. He can't dribble a basketball. But he up there calling the man a bust and all this. Man, shut up, man. What you talking about, man? Shut up. And all these other guys, man, come on, man. Cut it out, man, with it. But see, he don't like it because and see, the thing about it, what I like, he getting other people that know more about it, because he can get up there and cuss at you. He cuss you out and call you all kind of names and words that's funny. And now he's starting to move into where he interviewing people. And then he got Joe Brown on there forcing and going on another level, breaking down Charlemagne's name and where he got it from. And all that's being said, it's all in the name. Like, who you calling yourself after? He broke all that down. But we all knew that, though. It's funny, man. It's funny. But, we'll see how far, I hope much love and respect to that brother, man. Leave that man alone, man. Leave him the hell alone. I bet you they wish they ain't never said nothing. All right. School says Q, they popped up on him to stop the potential flood of high school. They popped on him to stop the potential. Yeah, well, yeah, how about that? Yeah, I think I remember hearing something like that. Yeah. That's crazy though, man. You think about it. That's crazy. Yeah, they popped, yeah. The high school people, but look at the NBA now. What the NBA doing now, right? The NBA has now started the G League. They took the G League, which was supposed to be a developmental league for NBA players, and now they turning it into like come here as opposed to go to college. See, colleges was getting over for years, for over 100 years, on the professional athletes by saying, we'll give you this, but not that. And then they say, nah, you're supposed to pay them something on top of that too. No, you can't sell your autograph because I own you. So that's how Pryor got caught up in it. Remember Pryor, the quarterback from Ohio State, got caught up by selling his own autograph so he could have money in school. You can't sell your own autograph. What is going on here? But it's just a part of the game, man. That's why I say, man, this is the time when you're going to start seeing a lot of truthfulness coming out, man. This is the time, because the energies, they can't suppress it anymore. That's why in order for he's popping because the people minds are ready to hear the real deal. I've been saying that. People don't want to hear the plastic fakery anymore. It's real deal. And ESPN and all these people, they can't keep it real. They're a plastic fake ass culture. They spend hundreds of millions of dollars on set. And that's what they do. They got these educated, college educated people that come in there and they're trained to read off script. That's what they do. So how you keeping it real reading off a script? You know? I mean, I'm just keeping it real, man. Telling you off top how it go, man. It's a fake plastic ass culture. It is. It's fake. And then you got to do all kind of nasty, weird shit to get up in there. And I'm like questioning you. Why you doing that, fool? Why you doing that? Don't you know that all that energy you doing that, you can have your own stuff? Well, you don't have to do all that nasty stuff they want you to do. Get your own stuff, man. You know, talk your speech, talk your talk. Or if you don't want to do that, support somebody that is talking that talk. Get behind them and ride with them if you're not the person to start your own stuff or whatever. Get behind them and push them because you're only pushing yourself. You're only empowering yourself. So, I mean, at the end of the day, that's the energies are right, man. For the people, they ready for that stuff. The energies are right. And they can't suppress it no more. They can't tamp it down. They can't censor it. It's universal energies flowing, baby, and waking the minds of the people up. And the people are ready to hear a lot of that real deal. So that's what you see, Brother Kwame and many other people that you're probably not hearing about, but they coming. They coming. They suppressing a lot of people. But sooner or later, you're going to hear, they coming. They coming. They here. They here, baby. We just didn't hear about them yet. But anyway, big ups to the family members. Listen, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for being here. What's up, Who Dat King? Big ups to you. That's right. Down it says Fox Sports. All that's garbage, bro. All that's fakery, bro. All that. They operate the same stuff. Most of them people pretending to be competing with each other. They're owned by the same parent networks. And if the people they masters at creating a monopoly game, like making you think they rival companies. It's all they do is trick you. But man, listen, that'll be the end of the show. So with that being said, I thank y'all for chiming in. Much love to the family members, man. Y'all be safe. I'll be back tomorrow, probably be around 6 or 7 o'clock. We'll do a 3-hour stream. Friday Saints Talk. Thank God it's Friday Saints Talk, man. We'll open up the lines of communication. So have your questions and comments ready. What's up, Slim South 504? Who that T fam? I see you there. And we'll have everything. We'll have your questions and your comments and ready to roll. And we'll have it all set up. We'll chime in and get it all. What's up, Greg? Who that to you, fam? All right. So with that being said, fam, feel free to subscribe. If you aren't a subscriber, join the Patreon. The link is in the description section below. Or become a YouTube member. ABC and Disney. Yep. Smallville. Absolutely right. All fake. All fake. All about fantasy. It's all about fantasy and fiction. It's all about fantasy getting you interwoven into a matrix of fantasy and fiction. And that's like virtual reality. Even further down the rabbit hole. No, baby. No, baby. No, baby. Baby, no. Baby. It's not there. Life is in living, learning, loving. Life is not behind, is getting and talking to people, having face-to-face interaction with people. It's not about believing what they're telling you, baby, because they don't deserve to be believed, baby. They don't deserve what you're giving them, baby. Trust me on that. They don't deserve it. They know they don't. That's why they scared as hell for you to wake up, and they're doing everything to stop you. Just keeping that real deal. Anyway, that'll do it for the show. Much love to y'all. And I'm going to holler at y'all on Friday. Who that to you? Much love, and I'm out.
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. #1 sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons. We won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies and the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game, party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Peyton, New Orleans, Who Dat Nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is say Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma.